Hello and welcome to Gyandata channel. This channel is totally dedicated to the management related studies. Mindfulness at workplace. As we all knows that mindfulness is a type of practice which help us to focus at present moment. It is like living in the moment. So in this lesson we are going to discuss about the background of the mindfulness. Its practices there are basically three type of practices of mindfulness: informal, formal, and mindfulness in the moment, which is an expertise practice of mindfulness. At last, we will be reviewing the entire chapter, that what we have learned and how we can practice this activity in our day-to-day life. Our mind is an amazing tool. It is full of thoughts where there are thousands and thousands, lakhs of thoughts which are coming and going out at a moment. When we are doing some work and we need to concentrate on that work particularly, but our mind is engaged with some other thoughts. So we need to cut down those thoughts and focus our mind to that particular work which we are going to do, as that work have certain type of purpose. So, paying attention in the present and on purpose is one of the basic things which we focus on mindfulness. We need to accept the reality of the situation, understanding that what we can control and take the purposeful actions as per the current scenario. This mindfulness practice helps us to train our mind to control where your attention goes rather than letting the brain controlling your action. So, in spite of brain controlling you, you need to control your brain with this type of activity. So, mindfulness is determining that what you can control and take purposeful acts. Another mindfulness skill is like formal mindfulness practice. We're doing the regular practices to strengthen their well type of mindfulness practice. And the most expert one is like mindfulness in the moment. So mindfulness in the moment. In this third skill, we will focus on a strategy to help you to feel stressed out. We have dwell on past and we are worrying about the future, but the main focus of this pendulum of life will be like being focused and stay in the present moment. We often spend time thinking about the things that have happened in the past. We can dwell on past things like decisions which we had made or bad things that may have happened to us. Or we focus on worrying about the future, thinking about the bad things that could happen. But unfortunately, spending time dwelling on the past or worrying about the future robs us of the present part. It prevents us from seeing how things are in the present moment and prevent us from being engaged. You miss out on how life unfolds around you. So, stay present and engaged in the moment and avoid dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Throughout your day, be aware of how often you are focused on technology, multiple tasks, or are distracted from the present part. So, how to practice this informal mindfulness skill? Like you need to take time to be purposeful and pay attention to one thing in the moment with your full attention. Avoid distraction and focus on the task. Technology and the frequent need to multitask can also contribute to losing the focus. They are very shiny objects we can distract ourselves. Instead of staying focused on the present moment, we started focusing on the technological things like your mobile phones or laptops or chats or anything. You need to focus on your current scenario, what you are doing right now, and how you are dealing with it. So there are several very easy informal mindfulness strategies that you can use to promote positive outcome. First, focus on the present. We are often so focused on the future thing will be better, calmer, less stressful sometimes in the future. Or we focus on the past, things were easier or better. We often forget to stay in the present and we are easily distracted by electronic devices that pull us away from the moment. It is also important to savor moments. Even when you are facing stress, take time out to enjoy the good moment. Find them in your day-to-day life. Here you will be dealing with your day-to-day life and focus in your particular one thing in the present with your full attention. Okay, so what is a formal mindfulness? formal practices help you to train your mind rather than letting your mind to control you. For example, breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, visualization scripts like listening to the podcast, doing prayer and other spiritual practices, doing yoga, exercise, or walking mindfully. We need to find the right mindfulness practice that allow you to start doing something regularly. Regular practice will help you to train your mind to control where your attention goes rather than letting your mind to control you. Some of you may already be doing regular mindfulness practice such as yoga, exercise or walking mindfully. Those of you who pray regularly may find that it is an opportunity for you to stop what you are doing and focus on one thing. There are also options available online like visualization script or progressive muscle relaxation. Moving on to the last topic, that is a mindfulness in the moment. Use mindfulness in the moment when your thoughts and emotions are getting in the way of your performance, keeping you from taking purposeful action, or you are avoiding dealing with the difficult situation. In both the cases, mindfulness can help you to determine what you can control and take purposeful action. Many of us are familiar with feeling overwhelmed or stressed out in a way that prevents us from being productive. You may feel like you want to shout at someone, throw your phone, or twist through a wall. It feels like our emotions have hijacked our thoughts, or we sometimes work to avoid difficult situations or thoughts you may be having. In some cases, we are not able to take actions because we keep trying to avoid focusing on the issue. For example, instead of taking purposeful action, you avoid a difficult conversation with a family member or friend, or you procrastinate on completing something you need to do. Although those things may be important, you avoid thinking about them. In both the cases, we can use the mindfulness strategy. Mindfulness in the moment to help you to get back to a place where you can think productively. The basic question is that how this mindfulness in the moment can be practiced. If you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed or are avoiding something, mindfulness can help you to refocus so that you can take the purposeful action. Here are the three steps which you can do. Pause. Take a pause. Count on the three deep breaths. Observe your thoughts and feelings. Remember, it is just observation of the thought. It doesn't matter whether your thought is negative or positive. You need to observe those thoughts. When you feel that you are more grounded, that this type of particular thoughts is coming in your mind, move to the next thing. That is asking yourself a question. What is important right now? Is the thought which is coming in your mind is more important than the work which is needed to be done? Now your mind will give you the right answer. Other than being stressed out or yelling or shouting at someone or throwing your phone, you will be having a clarity on your thoughts that these things are not relevant. You need to be more focused on the present scenario and need to take the purposeful action. This process should help you to move from being unfocused, paralyzed, or unproductive to a focused and better prepared to take a purposeful action. So, guys, as we have gone through the mindfulness practices, whether it is an informal, formal, or mindfulness in the moment, which is an expertise practice in mindfulness. Now we are going to review the entire chapters or lessons which we have learned in this video. So, regular mindfulness practice is strengthens the engagement, openness, and focus of our brain. So we all knows that our brain is an amazing tool. It is full of the thoughts, more than 16,000 to 20,000, even a lakhs of thoughts comes in and out in a day. We have to focus, and for focusing, mindfulness practice is a most important technique which we can use. It will help us to engage our brain with a particular thing at a moment and with a openness and focus on that moment. Mindfulness allows you to refocus on aspects where you can have control and take the purposeful action. There are several times in a day when a person have taken a decision, but after some moment, if that person can take a pause and have a thought on that situation, he can realize that the action which has been taken by him was being done by his brain, which was into a stressful moment, and the emotions has overwhelmed him or her. So in any type of situation where your emotions are overwhelming you, you need to take a pause, practice your mindfulness practice, focus on the thoughts, ask the question whether this emotions is necessary right now or not, and after reaching out to the particular answer, take a purposeful action. Mindfulness helps us to stay focused and present. That's true. And use mindfulness informally to be focused on one thing or be present in the moment. Use a formal mindfulness practice to train your mind to control where your attention goes. Example, mindful walking or breathing. So, guys, over here we are finishing the chapter of the mindfulness. Thank you for watching the Gyandata channel. Do subscribe our channel to listen more management related topics. For any type of topic where you need any clarity, you can definitely reach out to me in the comment section. Thank you and have a good day.